What's going on, guys? TSGameplay here. Today I've got part 6 of my Borderlands playthrough. There's actually a gap in the gameplay in between this one and the last episode that was uploaded. There was a problem capturing the video. I don't know what the issue was. Everything's been smooth up until this point, but nothing really happened. There was a boss guy. Not really a big deal. Super easy to kill. Other than that, nothing much has really happened in the game. I still find this game amazing. As you know, the main two games I'm playing right now, as far as single player, are, I was obviously this Borderlands 2, and I'm also playing the Sniper Elite Volume 2. And they're both still just a lot of fun to me. The getting XP thing, aspect of this game. That really, I didn't really even remember, that part of it from the first Borderlands, because I barely ever even played it. And, I like that, leveling up, getting different, perks, whatever the hell they're called in this game. I like that aspect of it. It's like an RPG gunner, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I'm impressed. But I've been having all kinds of problems with my computer in general lately. It's only like 8 months old, and sometimes it acts up as far as maybe I'll plug in the charger and the charging light won't come on. The battery icon, I'll click on it, it'll just say plugged in but not charging. As if that makes any sense. I've never seen a computer do that. It is the first laptop I've owned. But, it seems like 9 months, a battery shouldn't die or go bad to where it literally can't even be used unless it's plugged in. That shouldn't happen that quick, you wouldn't think. It's not like I've been on this computer, all day, every day since the day I got it. That's definitely not been the case. I had a full-time job, and I just didn't have that kind of time to be on it. I just think basically it shouldn't have the problems that it has at this point. It just, it's too new of a computer still. It's nice. It just really doesn't make sense to me. It's got the little sticker that says quad-core AMD graphics. It doesn't specify anything about the graphics card in it. I tried looking, actually through the computer itself, and couldn't find anything. It was just like a real standard name. Didn't have any specs or anything as far as, the power of it, and couldn't really find anything out about that, which, I didn't really, it's not really a big deal, either, I can play the games how it is or it isn't, I really hardly get time to play these games anymore, and when I do at this point, I am absolutely, exhausted, ready to pass out, tired. It's amazing how tired I can get when these two twins that just been home for probably 2 weeks now. Their eating schedules, they're not really synced up, so that means you don't get to sleep really at all. You try to go to sleep at night. My twin newborn daughters, want to wake up, say, midnight. It takes half an hour, you change them, you feed them, you gotta burp them, feed them again, make sure they're fed well. And it really just eats up, most of my time, which, I'm absolutely happy with. I love spending time with them. I love spending time with my son, who's 16 months old now, and, it's just, I really barely have the time to do this anymore. Like I said, when I play it, I'm tired as hell. And that combined with PC gameplay, it's, I don't know. It's definitely interesting to say the least. I've heard people try to say, sleep when they sleep, all this and that, but it really doesn't work unless, their schedules are synced up. If it takes, like I said, close to an hour to feed and take care of one, make sure they're gonna go back to sleep well and not be up and, crying. It's going to take quite a long time. And it's, It's just not gonna work. The whole sleep when they sleep thing, like that. It's just really not even possible. You get the first one back to sleep, you go to lay down. Not even 45 minutes later, the other one's gonna be up again, and it's like every 3 hours. Every 3 to 4, and the second one's gonna get up, and by that point, the first one's already been sleeping for close to an hour. It's gonna take you another hour to get that, the second baby to sleep. And by then the first one's already been asleep for 2 hours, so he's gonna wake up in another hour, and there's no way to really get like a full night's rest, which isn't really that big a deal. I'm 22 years old. You know, I've been able to stay up late for a long time. It's just the way it's been ever since I graduated high school. If you don't have to be on any set schedule, not that I was for high school, but you're not going to stay up, all night, then go into high school. That's a shitty day. You got to go to sleep at some point, midnight, 1, 2 o'clock, if you got to get up at 6 or 7 or something. But, it's definitely a hard schedule to get used to, that's for sure. But a little bit of time I have in between when they're actually, both sleeping. My son sleeps all the way through the night now. He has for quite a while. That's a good thing. Most people say I'm lucky for that. He sleeps, about 10 hours straight. And, that's pretty crazy. It'd be just, a year and like 4 months. But, when they're all three sleeping, girlfriend's sleeping, I've got a little bit of time to play, mess around. And, that's when I, do all the stuff at one time. I try to get, both of them fed. Then I try to, get a good gameplay, get something going as far as the next episode or something of whatever it is that I'm playing at that current moment. And I do the commentary over it afterward. It's a long process. Playing the game itself, the game plays, I don't know, I think this is going to be like 10 minutes long. It's a long process between playing the game and doing the commentary over it. Finding a place at my house to do the commentary over it that's not really gonna be loud and be heard from at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's hard. Do the commentary, the run of the commentary out. That takes anywhere from 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on the size of the video. And then the upload to YouTube, which for some reason seems to take longer than ever now. I don't understand why. I know they've changed YouTube so much since I started. It's amazing. It's like if you graduated around '08 or '09, it's like the difference between having Facebook back then and going back and looking at it, or not Facebook, MySpace rather, back then in like 2006, 2007, having a MySpace, and then going to MySpace, .com right now. If you just stopped using it and looking at the difference, it really just it doesn't make any sense. Why change something that already works so well? Facebook's guilty of it too. Since I don't know, probably the last 6 months. It's had some major changes. Everybody had to switch to the whatever the hell new timeline, whatever thing it is. I don't know. Almost everybody has a Facebook. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's just, I left for that 10 months and I came back and I couldn't believe it. My channel, the way I had to view videos from people I was subscribed to, everything had changed. Everything was different. And it's it's like the same scenario to me. Why change something? Why fix something that isn't broken? It doesn't make sense. It's something you gotta live with, though. Obviously, whatever they're doing, it's probably to make more money. As far as an advertising, putting different advertisements in different places, and I'm fine with that. Whatever. Big companies like that, YouTube. They got to make their money. They're gonna, change is inevitable. They're gonna do it, but what can you do about it? It just sucks. It seems like they'd get a lot farther. If they could just leave things the way they were. It's, it's not broken. Don't fix it. That's just the way I feel about it. But as you guys can see here, the PC gameplay is not improving too much. It's alright, I guess you could say. Uh, this game in particular, I'm in love with this gun. I used it most of this video. You know, it shoots them, and after I think 2 shots, 3 shots, depending on what you're shooting at, it catches them on fire, which does damage. You know, as they're still being shot. But I thought that was pretty interesting. But you guys should look for another maybe Sniper Elite video tomorrow. Maybe another video of this. Maybe both. You know, it depends on how the day goes. You know how everything goes with the kids and stuff. You know, you guys know how it is. But you know, maybe you don't. But this is wrapping up here, guys. Hope you had a good time, and as always, have a nice day.